been another, I think, 1 or 2 days since I did the first episode, but I've only just released it like right now. The 6th episode has been I think available for like, I don't know, maybe like 5 hours or something. I haven't watched it yet. Basically I was just gonna say I watched episode 1, 2, 3 and 4 all on the same day, through the night essentially, and then I deleted the episode 2, 3 and 4 because I'm an idiot, off the laptop. Basically I record on my phone, right, and then I put it onto the laptop, and I delete everything off my phone straight away. I usually just edit straight away, but because like episode 1, all of the episodes were so long, like in me talking, so they were all like, the files were too big, so I had to do one at a time, and then I accidentally deleted 2, 3 and 4 for too long, because basically I wanted to delete them so that they could like free up some space, but like they stay in the bin, and then they you know, like it took so long that I deleted the stuff out of the bin, but I thought that if I highlighted like certain ones that it would only delete them, but it deleted the whole thing. So essentially I've got no 2, 3 or 4. So I'm about to watch episode 5, and then I'll be watching episode 6. So I hope that's okay, because, you know, it's basically my own fault, but I really I can talk about episode 2, 3 and 4 though. So much happened, to be honest. It's hard to really say everything, but the thing that sticks in my mind right now, because obviously the latest one I've watched is episode 4, the thing that August said at the end, like the thing about Eric, like he said it to Wilhelm. Like, I've seen people say it wasn't a good time to say it. I think it was a perfect time, because Wilhelm needed to know. Like, he was saying all that stuff to August. Like, obviously August deserves, like, you know, not being nice. You don't need to be nice to August in Wilhelm's like case, but like the way he was talking to him about Eric, like Wilhelm really didn't know Eric like August did. Like, you can obviously see that, like, they must have been separated a lot from each other, so it makes sense that they wouldn't really know each other too well. And obviously, if you're a sibling, you'd most likely try to show the best side of you to your family, so you're not going to try and show that you, like, you know, your worst side to them. But anyway, so obviously Wilhelm's learnt that. I wonder what's going to happen in the next episode, since he's learnt that. Like, it's going to be really tough, I think. But we'll just see. I had to take a picture of this, like, Henry, holding the bag of chips. I would say crisps, but obviously to them I think they're chips. I don't really know. But like, the bag of that is so funny. So cute, like, he's adorable. And also, I still think, for me, I know that all of them are really good actors and actresses, but for me, like, August just really does, like, Malte just really does, like, embody August so well. Like, the fact that Malte is nothing like August in real life, but he just, you know, he acts so well. Like, he makes you feel sorry for him, but he also makes you hate him. Like, it's so difficult. But for this season, I think, honestly, for me, August has been the standout of this season. Like, I can't lie. Like, so far, obviously, I've only watched 4 episodes, but that's like more than half of the entire season. So I literally forgot that they only had 6 episodes for this. Like, I always thought it was more than that. Maybe that's just me wanting more, but whatever. I'm somebody who loves Sara and August, and when August went to Sara's like dad's place, because that's what Simon said, you know, and also, oh my god, there's so many things to say. I feel like in reality, like, Simon and Wilhelm, like, their relationship is getting a lot more rocky, just because of the fact that, like, Wilhelm always acts out straight away. Like, he doesn't really let you explain or anything. Like, he just bursts out at you. And then obviously Simone is struggling with the fact that like Wilhelm outed them last time. Like I can't even remember if I'm assuming Simone was happy, but I don't remember. But the fact that he did it without telling Simone first, and then obviously Sara told the police without telling Simone first. Like everyone's just doing stuff behind Simone's back at this point. Like I understand why both of them did it. Like they both did it for good reasons, but like they should have both asked first, to be honest. Like I really just don't like the fact that he seems to be losing himself, you know what I mean? Like he really isn't as happy as he usually is, like and it's kind of really sad because he's always been sure of himself, like throughout the seasons. Like almost always he's been really sure of his character. Like he's been really sure of who he is inside, and like when he sings he's always the happiest, but sometimes he's just, you know, he's just becoming a lot more sad. And I feel like honestly if Wilhelm and Simone like stay together, I feel like it's not very good for them. Like I feel like they'll both start disliking each other. Like I feel like Wilhelm may say things to Simone that make him like really depressed and stuff, like because Simone, you know, he cares and he loves Wilhelm, but like Wilhelm doesn't really, like he loves him too obviously, but he's not really like, he's in his own head a lot this season. Like obviously he's, when Simone's like house got like a rock thrown in at it, like at the window, like that was when he was really there for him. But obviously he's got all of his stuff going on, so it's really difficult to really have, like, from what I've seen, like at least there's only one time that Simone's not been there for Wilhelm, like in this season, and it's just when he was like on his phone trying to comment on the, you know, the posts, because he was so angry about people thinking like, you know, stuff about him and his relationship with Wilhelm. I feel so bad for both of them because I think they both need therapy, like especially Willie, like he really needs therapy. And with Sara and August, like I know that people are gonna hate me for this, but I'm literally there for them, because like when like, okay, so I'm gonna try and explain it well, but like Sara has been like, you know, taken away from basically her family, her friends, like everything, but August is the one that goes to her house. Like the fact that her only visitor was August, like the fact that not even police, like when, I mean I get it why she wouldn't go, but like literally no one went to see her. Like that's just sad, you know what I mean? Like the fact that August is the only one that actually went and cared about her, like you know, cared about if she's, you know, even still alive, I guess. But who else was it? No, but August, when she came to the school and like you know, and she was leaving, and then she said she was doing the driver's thing, and he was like all stuttery and nervous and stuff. Like that was so cute. Like, bruh, I'm not gonna lie, if they don't end up together, it's gonna be so irritating. But at the same time, I don't think either of the couples should end up together, because like in a reality based thing, they all need therapy. They all need to be alone for a while. You know, they don't need to be with anybody. They need to be by themselves. Like, sure, they could have friends, but I feel like just being together, especially like for Simone with Wilhelm, like I feel like he just needs a normal life. He doesn't want that life. And I don't think Wilhelm really wants that life either, but I guess we'll see what happens in episode 6, well 5 and 6. But I think probably episode 6 is going to be where the stuff is, because obviously it was like, you know, left out for so long. I mean, like, you know, cut away for so long. Anyway, let's just... Hello, cutie. Is she going to be in my video? Adorable. Anyway, I'm going to get to episode 5. I really do hope he believes August, because obviously the way August told him, like, I feel like you just know it was true. Like, he wasn't even lying. You know what I mean? Like, it's so tough. And we already know, like, August went through something, because I keep forgetting that guy's name, but is he like Nils or something? But the other guy, like the guy who's with August, and oh my god, what's that other dude's name? The awful boy's name anyway. The one with the terrible haircut. When we saw that scene of August and that other guy in August's room, like, and they were talking about, I think it was like episode 1 or episode 2, but it was they were talking about what happened and like stuff, and like that they didn't carry it on and they stopped it, and like they carried on the spitting part, but that was easily the least, like, obviously in season 1 we all thought it was terrible and like that it was awful, but like if you have to have a tradition of doing something like that and you don't really want to break it completely, then you would do the least worst part, wouldn't you? Like, obviously it would have been better if they changed the entire thing, but they probably thought that was the least terrible part, the terrible thing, so they took out the, you know, the porno part. Like, I feel so bad for like all of that year, like all of the years that had to go through that. Like, I wonder if it was started at Eric, or I wonder if it's one that like Eric had to go through as well, because that's something that we haven't really thought of either, I think. But anyway, let's go. Oh my god, I really do love Walter. Oh my god. It's actually so mad because I really thought Walter and Henry were going to end up being like a couple, or at least like a really secret couple, because they're literally always together. Like, it's always them two sat next to each other, and I know that they can just be besties. But I wonder if they're supposed to be like the straight like version of Willet and Simon. Like, it'd be interesting if that was the case, but I also just would rather them just be like secret lovers. Do you know what I mean? I just love them two together. They're so cute. The fact that they're always together is just adorable. Like, I had to talk about it because we really don't have a lot of time, and I don't know if they'll actually have any more scenes, but they're so cute. Like, it kind of pains me that Willow doesn't talk to Simon about certain things. Like, I understand that you don't really want to, like, he hasn't like thought about it in his head like fully. He really needs to, like, you know, figure out what his mind is saying about this thing that August has said, and once he's figured it out, hopefully he will tell Simon. Like, I feel really bad that Simon is going to be left in the dark for a bit, but I'm hoping that in this episode he's going to like tell him, because I do hate it when they have secrets, and they basically always have secrets, you know, like, it kind of sucks. Bruh. Okay, I have to say that Marwan, or whatever his name was, oh my god, I forgot that guy's name, but the blonde dude with like the terrible haircut, but he literally just said, like, to this Marwan dude, like, he thought it was funny, right? And the way he's looking at us or looking around is like, no, I didn't think it was funny at all. That's pretty funny. No one agrees with this dude. Like, he is such trash. I love that he was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be with you guys because, I mean, this blonde haired dude sucks, but the other guy is pretty nice. Like, I wouldn't say he's great, but he's definitely nicer than the other guy. I forgot his name. Maybe I can't even look it up because my phone's recording this, but like, I wish they said his name so I knew who he was. Okay, but I don't know how to feel about this girl group that Felice is with. Like, I like the girl who speaks English in the group, but I don't really like those other two. Like, both of them have said things that I just don't agree with at all, even if they're trying to be funny or fun or whatever. Like, I feel like they're both kind of trash, but like not as trash as the blonde haired dude, but like I feel like they're just either it's me thinking they're boring or they're just not nice people, you know. Like, Alright, this dad is really nice. Like, I know that probably something's gonna go wrong because it always has to, but like, to get her to go back home, but like, I don't know. I just feel like this is such a good like bonding experience they've been having. Like, I love the fact that he's been teaching her. Like, he was the one that was like driving her around. I feel like if she gets her hopes too high up, she's really just gonna crash and fall, because obviously this scene right here is like showing that like she doesn't fully believe that he's just happy. She like thinks that he's on something. He's trying, and I mean he's been trying for 4 episodes, and it still seems like he is trying. So I don't know. It's difficult. It's gonna be Sarah's locker, right? Because there's no way he's gonna send anything to Willet or Simone. Like, it's gonna be Sarah's locker. Okay, like the fact that he asked if Eric was perfect and the dad said yes. It's like, I feel like there's two ways to think about this. Like, I feel like that would be a shot in Willow's heart because of what August said, but I also feel like it would be a shot in his heart because of like Willow is trying to be Willow has to look and be more like a perfect person, like what they thought was the perfect person, at least, because Eric definitely wasn't perfect. And it's probably our own faults because we also thought he was perfect because of Willet. Like, obviously no one is perfect in the world. In fact, all of these characters are pretty much flawed in some way, but that's what makes a good show real, Anyway, no. But then there's also like the part in Willet that wants to believe, like, that Eric is perfect and that he could not do any wrong, and that August is wrong, Like, I feel like that's probably also in his head. And it sucks that it's like, it's not real. Like Eric protected his brother, but would he have protected him when he found out that he's gay, or that he at least likes Simone? Like, I wonder what would have happened. I mean, it's interesting to think about. And of course, after that phone call, he's gonna ignore Simone. Like, I feel like he's been crying. He doesn't want to show Simone like that he is like vulnerable and stuff. That he needs somebody, but I feel like he doesn't want to tell Simone right now. Okay, so right now Willet is gonna go into full blown like panic mode. Like, he's thinking Simone is against his brother and everything like that, because that's just, he's got that like inside his brain somewhere is like the protect Eric kind of thing, because Eric's always been there for him, so he's gonna protect him. But like, Simone hasn't said anything yet. He's literally just said the porno. He's asked a question, but obviously in Wilhelm's mind, like, Wilhelm literally just said that he doesn't even know how to feel about it right now. So he's throwing all of probably his own thoughts onto like what Simone's face may be saying, but obviously it's not what Simone is saying. Like, Simone isn't judging Eric. He's not doing any of that. Like, he's literally probably just gonna be here for Wilhelm. And I really hope Willow doesn't like blow up, because that's just not good. At least for me, I've been assuming that like Eric was bad since I found out like from August, but like maybe he wasn't, and maybe he just was roped into it by peer pressure. Like, that is always a thing, you wouldn't actually know because you can't ask Eric. So, and even if you did, like, he may not tell you the truth anyway, so it is difficult. Oh, I just love how Simon is trying, but obviously Wilhelm is like, he's listening, but he's probably really just not there right now, because I feel like inside his head is just a bomb, I feel like he's really just, he doesn't know what to think about his brother anymore. Oh, I feel so bad for Simon, because like he really just tried. Like, he wasn't comparing like Sara to Eric. He's just trying to explain it in a way that might be unable to understand, and it really does suck that he took it the wrong way. Like, he wasn't trying to say like Sara and Eric are the same. Yeah, love shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, not at his age, that's for sure. I'm so happy that he hugged her because I really couldn't deal with that. Yeah, of course he had to change the nail varnish. He couldn't wear purple glittery nail varnish for his birthday. I hate that, to be honest. Like, it's like he's trying to erase part of himself, but at the same time, it does suck that Simon kind of has to do the same thing. I do actually really like that, that August kind of realised, like, maybe he shouldn't have said it at the time that he did. Like, I think he definitely needed to at that time because Wilhelm was just telling him all sorts of stuff about Eric, like, and obviously it got to August and that's why he said it, but no, I definitely think it was the time he needed to hear it, like, maybe not a day before his birthday, or like a few days before his birthday, but like, he definitely needed to hear it. I do actually wonder what would have happened if, like, August was nice to him the whole time, like, he never actually backstabbed him. Like, I wonder if they would have actually been kind of friends, and I wonder what would have happened. Like, would August have taken over, or would it have just still ended up being Wilhelm? Like, I'm assuming that it'll be Wilhelm, but I really hope that neither of them take it, to be honest. But I still don't know who it would be, after them. It's so difficult. Like, I freaking love the two of them together. They have such good chemistry, and like the fact that like Malte is probably one of my top actors in this show. Like, I have to be honest. Like, I feel like he is the best actor in the show. Like, Malte. But like, none of them are bad, obviously. But like, I feel like he's just the one that I will actually follow after this. You know what I mean? Like, he's the one that I would actually go and look for shows and movies that he's going to be in. But like, speaking of Sara and August, like, it's just so tragic. Like, I really want them to be together, but they're like so bad for each other, but they're also like strangely good. Like, they're strangely really good for each other. Like, it's just so messy at the same time, because what if like she really went back to August? Like, would Simon and Felice, like, Simon's kind of forgiven her now, so like, if she went back to August, would he see it as another betrayal again? Like, I don't know. Like, it's so difficult. I really don't know what to think, and like, I don't know what they're gonna do, but I do really think that if any of them are gonna be together, like, they should just both be couples again. But I also think like, if they're gonna end it realistically, that neither of them should be together. Like, neither Wilmon or Sara and August. Like, I feel like that'd be making the most sense, because they all need therapy, honestly. Okay, I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's like the stepdad, right? I don't think he's the dad, but like, the fact that he's kind of trying with Simon is like actually really cute. Like, I really do like that. Oh my god, I freaking love seeing Henry and Walter just in the back. Like, they're literally always together wherever they are. Like, I freaking love them too. Okay, at first I didn't know why Willow was like looking all mad, but I understand, like, she's kind of like making it so that everything that Simon says is like Eric did that too, Eric did that as well, like, he was great, like, everything, like, it's supposed to be Willow's like day, and like, obviously Simon's there, so like the dad or the stepdad, whatever, is trying to like bring him into the conversation, but like the mum is just always talking about Eric. Like, I mean, you can't even blame her, because honestly, her grieving way is obviously to talk about him, and like, it makes sense, but also like, sometimes you've got to know how to not be, even if it's hard, we've got to sometimes learn that as a parent you've got to kind of stop the favoritism, the obvious favoritism, and kind of like try and, you know, hone in on the other child or the other children like more as well. Like it's so difficult to think about having to do that, but like obviously this mom is not a good mom to Wilhelm. Like she obviously he was just kind of like left to just wreak havoc, and that's why he isn't prepared to be in this line of work at all. Wow, like August did not like that, obviously. I feel like he really is trying to grow, but I also feel like every time he tries to grow, he kind of goes backwards as well. But I also feel like he is trying. Like it's difficult to say because sometimes he really is trying, and then sometimes something forces him to like have to go back in his mind and stuff. And it's so difficult. Like how would you deal with that, you know? I feel like that's why he's so in turmoil. Like he's trying to change, but he also hasn't found a way, because I feel like he needs to get out of his school. Like I feel like once he's graduated and started, like, I don't know, figure out what he's gonna do after graduating, like I feel like he really needs to just get away from here, you know what I mean? Yeah, he is not happy. Like you could see that this smile is definitely fake. Is Sarah gonna come out? I knew it. Of course she was gonna. I do just love how, even though, like, you know, even though she was mad at him and all that stuff, and like she obviously didn't want to see him for ages, like she still smiles at him, like she still obviously likes him, maybe in love, maybe even loves him. Like I don't even know, like it's so obvious that he loves her. I really do wonder if, you know, if she still loves him. Like I feel like she probably does, but it's also like it's gonna be worse for her because she wouldn't know what to do between like her brother and him. Like obviously you'd have to choose your sibling, but it's like he's just always there. He's always like the one that's, in this season at least, he's the one that's been there for her the most, you know. He tried to like get her back to go to school, even though it was like him and her dad that kind of made it official. But like, you know, like he's the one that like said hi, like when she was leaving before, like, and she went to a driving thing, and it's just like, you know, he's really trying, and I do really appreciate the fact that he's really just, I don't know, it's so annoying because I want them to be together. She's not gonna read it. She didn't read it, did she? Yeah, I knew it. Okay, I have to pause it here. Like, the fact that he literally just said like he was an errand boy, like I wonder if he was like Eric's errand boy or if he was just anyone's errand boy. Like, I freaking hate like backstories, like when they show that the person who like really tries to keep themselves really high up on a pedestal, it shows like that, because there's always a reason why somebody is doing something, and it's like his reason for doing it is because he was the lower part of like the school, you know, like, and he wanted to be higher, so he became like the worst person he could, probably just like those people, you know, like he became them essentially to survive in the school. That really sucks. That is awful to think about. Like, that is horrible. Oh, you just can see that she really sees that he's being real, you know what I mean? Like, probably people have said like this is like another manipulation thing from August, but I really don't think it is. I really think he actually wants to be not the person that he wrote in that before. Like, he doesn't want to be that person anymore. He wants to be somebody who is better and can be better, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks. Like, Oh, she hugged him. Oh, so cute. Of course, they kissed. I wonder if this is gonna be a goodbye kiss or like a real, you know, get back together kind of kiss. Oh, it's that girl. That girl really sucks. Like, she's obviously gonna tell Felice that, like, she's seen them together. Is it gonna end on, like, you know, this part not being resolved, and like episode 6 is gonna be like Felice talking to Sara again or whatever, or Felice telling Simon and stuff? I don't know. Oh, it's so awful. Like, I just hope that Sara can go off with August if like everything else goes wrong again. Like, I'd rather her just leave, you know, because I feel like August already needs to get out of there, but also she could just go with him. Like, to be honest, that's what I'm thinking they should do, because they need each other, but they also need to get away from all these other people that like destroy their happiness, but also at the same time they deserve to have their happiness destroyed, you know? It's difficult. Oh, that was not okay, right? So I can't. I obviously I agree with everything he's just said, but like I don't agree with the fact that he just said like he's their only son. Like, he isn't their only son. Like, Eric is still their child. Like, oh, I don't know if it's the other guy's child, but he's, you know, Eric is still her child. Like, it's so, that's honestly such an ugly thing to say to me. Like, I kind of hate that Wilhelm said that, because I mean it just kind of shows what he's thinking of Eric right now. Like, he's not on Eric's side at the moment, you know. But I also feel like to say that to your mom who is grieving, and possibly even like you already know that she's kind of thinking like dark thoughts, and the fact that you say that to her is very dangerous. Like, I feel like she needed to hear how she's making him feel, but I also feel like this is not gonna go well. You know what I mean? Like, this is very, either this is gonna end up where he's just gonna leave the family, like leave everything, or like it's gonna end up where, you know, she dies and he's got to just take over straight away, which I don't know. I don't know if he'd be able to do actually. Who would take over? Would August take over for a year until he's like ready? Because I'm kind of confused about that. Like, he's not at the age where he can actually change to be a king, is he? Because I feel like you have to be 18. So, and I'm pretty sure August would already be 18. I don't really remember, but anyway, I'm just gonna. I forgot how you say his name. Edwin. Oh my god. I don't know. Please don't tell me I've said it so wrong. But Edwin, like, his acting just then, amazing. Like, all that like rage, you could see it. Like, the fact that his face got so red, like you could see that he meant everything he said. Like, he really did. And the fact that right now he did like that small smile because he realized like even shouting at them doesn't help. Like, even shouting at them, they still walked away from him, you know. Like, obviously they're gonna walk away from him because he is getting angry at them and they don't want to deal with that. But like, I don't know, I don't agree with everything he just did, but I also think that they needed to know how he's feeling, and because he's never actually said it, or he's never actually like shouted at them like that, you know, it needed to happen. But I also feel really bad for Simon right now, because he looked at Willet like he didn't know who he was, you know what I mean? Like, he looked at him like he just saw a man who, or a boy who, like, could be capable could be capable of anything. Like, he looked terrified. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't look like he was like happy at all, you know. I mean, he's not going to be happy about that, but like, he looks terrified. Like, he is stuck in that chair. Mm, I do agree. Like Simon has really tried to be there for him all the step of the way. Like this, whenever he's had a problem, like he kind of goes to Simon first, you know, or tries to. But I do definitely think Wilhelm is like, okay, what he's saying right now, that he's becoming someone else and that he doesn't recognize him. I also feel the same way. Like I feel like Simon's kind of right, because like Wilhelm really is kind of changing. Like he is, like throughout the seasons, I feel like he's just becoming more irrational, becoming more unstable. He's really just not there, you know. Like he needs therapy, he needs help, he needs to not be in this situation, he needs to get out of here. And I feel like when he realizes that, it'll be better. Oh no, this is gonna be a breakup, right? Because he just said what his mum said. Like he just, also Omar's acting right now. Oh my god, this is so heartbreaking. Like, oh my god, bitch. The fact that I love that song. Simon does not belong here. He needs to get out. Like I feel like the only way their relationship is gonna work is if Willet actually leaves the palace. Like if he leaves the monarchy. Like, but I also feel like August really shouldn't be in the monarchy. Like I feel like August should really just try and do something else. I don't know what, but he really, I mean, I don't know what he's ever liked. Like I don't know if Wilhelm and August have ever actually had a chance to figure out what they're really into, but they really should like figure it out and get on with that instead, because they really shouldn't be doing anything with the, you know, the monarchy stuff. Like I really think somebody else should take care of that. Anyway, I'm gonna go because this is already too long.